Dads, don't enable, shut down bad behavior. I see the enabling of bad behaviors almost everywhere I go. I see parents turning blind eyes, parents making threats and not following through. I see grown adults still not held accountable for their actions. I see excuses everywhere. Everyone has an excuse. Everyone is making excuses for other people. Everyone wants to be the exception. Take the blame and put it back on the individual. Not a company, not an institution. Individual blame and accountability. But people have a hard time handling blame and accountability. How do you not blame the parents? Because I guess they were raised by parents who made excuses for them, who enabled their stupid decisions. It seems they had parents that refused to teach their kids how to take responsibility, how to say, it's my fault. Because now we live in a world where we must blame everyone else for our failures and our shortcomings. And it's everywhere. Go to the scene of any car accident. My goodness, it couldn't be the driver's fault. It had to be someone or something else. It's genuinely rare to see someone say, I'm sorry, that was my fault. And half the time I do hear an apology, it comes with 78 reasons why they shouldn't have to be sorry because of someone or something else. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyone? Someone? Bueller? Dads, shut down bad behaviors. Shut them down fast, but also immediately. Don't raise turds. Don't raise members of society that refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. Dads, teach our children to admit when they're wrong. That way they can avoid doing it again. Screwing up and failures and mistakes, they don't make you a bad person, they make you normal. And when you can accept full responsibility and accept blame, you become exceptional. You become exceptional for two reasons. Every time you own up to a mistake, your brain's gonna recognize it and find a way not to do that again. Two, people will drop their jaws when you don't try and squirm out of taking responsibility. It's genuinely sad when I see parents making excuses for their kids, especially when those kids are now full-grown adults and they're still making excuses for them. Bad dads blame other people. They blame society. They blame the government, the rules, the rigged system, the schools, the teacher, the economy, the customers. Bad dads also stand to the side and allow mom to make these excuses. And I really hope that gets some people thinking. One of the biggest things I learned when I first worked for myself is customers like it when the buck stops with you. When there are no excuses, only solutions. That's when customers are happy. They know when they call me, I don't have to get approval. I don't have to find out who to blame. I don't have to hide behind corporate policy. I just correct whatever it is. I am 100% held accountable for anything and everything, and I love it. I take the blame for every single mistake in my business, which means I get to take the blame for the successes too. No matter who did what or what happened, I am the end-all be-all. And customers love that. They don't have to deal with hotlines and 1-800 numbers and customer account numbers and PIN codes and recorded conversations, all to be told to eat lead or disconnected altogether. All they have to do is call or email Townsend, and he will take care of it, and they have peace of mind. Now, of course, I actually have to be able to do what I tell them I'm going to do, and that speaks to the longevity of the accounts we have. Execution does matter. But nobody wants to fire or replace the guy who doesn't let them down. It's not worth the minute cost savings to deal with headaches and aggravations. It's appreciated. You want to know why entrepreneurs and small business owners will always outmaneuver big corporate businesses? Because we are built to take the blame and then find a solution. Corporations only know how to blame other departments so that they don't get into trouble. Us entrepreneurs, we were probably raised by parents who would not make excuses for us. We had to accept responsibility. We had to face consequences. We had to deal with reality. We had a parent who who didn't allow the weaseling out of responsibility. So dads, don't teach your kids to blame others. Don't feed them the lie that they did everything they could and it's someone else's fault. If anything, teach them how to find a way to make it their fault. I do this in baseball with Levi. It's a team sport, and youth sports, especially baseball, are filled with tons of mistakes and errors. And I teach him, even if they are getting crushed, to, of course, keep your head up and play your best game. Don't give up. And he has made big improvements in that department from last year to this year. But he started blaming losses on teammates. So then we started working on how to make that his fault too. I'm helping him learn and develop leadership skills by having him tell the other kids to keep their heads up. They'll get the next one. Encouraging his teammates by saying, "You can do it." Making sure everyone knows how to make the next out. Making sure everyone is in the right position. So now, not only are we developing good future skills, but now he can't even blame his teammates for the team's failures. We can really make everything our fault. Truth be told, if we have a solid home life, strong morals, work ethic, and incredible self-worth, it's not a big deal. But to be clear, I am not suggesting any dad start destroying his kid's self-confidence by blaming everything on him or her. There is a progressive buildup in confidence and home life in order to teach accountability and leadership and responsibility. But dads, if you see bad behavior, confront it immediately. No excuses. What they did was wrong, and it is critically important that dads tell them so they learn. Now be consistent. Make sure mom and dad are on the same page. Discipline and consequences are important. We want to raise great adults, well-rounded adults. So unless you want your kid living with you when they're 30 years old, hearing their excuses on why they can't find a job, don't enable bad behavior. My name is Townsend Russell. This is 100% Dad. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Find us everywhere, 100%dad.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, some other things I'm probably missing. Have a great day.